I don't think that's very helpful. I do think it's funny though, but I don't know if it's helpful. Start off right by scolding someone out in the chat. What's up, everybody? Hey, Faith, say hi.
Hey.
Hey.
Is it working?
Yeah.
Hello. Hello. I don't hear myself.
Try again. I can hear myself. Oh, now I hear myself.
There you
Okay.
go. You're all
Hey,
fixed.
everybody. Happy Thursday. We're back because we've been gone. I said we're back. You said what?
I was trying to pretend like I didn't know, and I was hurrying up over to the microphone. Oh no, we're on. What do you mean? Ha 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 ha. Unbelievable. Oh, see, I'm already messing things up over here. Oh my goodness.
Are
No.
you muted?
What?
Are you muted?
No.
Well, good job.
That's not very nice. You're not very nice. This is taking way longer than I thought it was going to take. Here's what I was trying to bring up. It's not even worth all the time. It's just more to piss. It's for a lone wolf to prime up these liberal tears.
I said, come on, baby, turn the lights off.
What Trump cook?
I said, come on, baby, turn the lights off.
Only two of those.
I was
That's
going to
enough.
say.
Two's enough. Two's enough. How dare you? How dare you? Good evening and welcome. Thanks for stopping by to hang out with us here at whatever it is that we do here. Is it a podcast? Oh, here we go again. I do it all the time. Is it a podcast? Is it a live stream? Or is it just some guy yammering into a microphone?
Some random lady
Yes.
in the background.
Yes. And yes. It is all of those things. But you know what?
We love you all.
We do.
Love you.
We do.
We love you anyway.
So it's been a busy week. They all seem to be busy weeks. I haven't been live since, oh, geez, it feels like years. I know it was only, since Saturday morning at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. For those that aren't familiar, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Pop in, drop a like and a share, because that's the most important thing. The likes and the shares, right? Isn't
That's
that the
what
most
they
important
say.
thing? That's what I hear all the time. I should have put shorts on. It's warm in here again.
Yeah, it
BS.
is. It's a beautiful day here today. I don't know about where you guys are, but it is like 75. I think still right now. Might be 72 or something like that, but it is nice outside. I just got back.
Why the producer didn't have the
Windows
air
were
conditioner
open.
on.
Woo! I don't know, producer. I wasn't here.
Oh, so you acknowledge that you're the producer.
No,
Ha
you
ha!
are the
Gotcha.
producer.
I gotcha. Ha ha!
It's
You
a one-man
lose.
show with a little bit of confetti. I'm the confetti. Bing.
Ding ding ding. It is a I don't know if you even call it a one-man show, just kind of, or even a show. Really, it's just kind of a thing we do. It is what it is. Whatever. So I haven't been on since Saturday, and part of the reason is because, dang it, I'm just burnt out. I'm burnt out. I've been, quote unquote, fighting the left and trying to expose their tactics for so long that I'm just growing weary. We all grow a little weary sometimes. Like a soldier waiting for his relief that never seems to come. It seems like someone should have been here by now to take up the mantle. No one ever seems to show up. Are the people themselves compromised? It's all very dramatic. Are the people that themselves compromised? Like, for real, are they? Are they conditioned to totally ignore the voices of truth through all the noise that's going on out there? And there's plenty of noise going on out there, as usual. The noise of viral videos, the noise of violence, irrelevant grifters gathering on each other's podcasts to share clout. I'll give you a little validation and you give me a little validation. We'll storm your chat. What do they call that over on Rumble? Well, what's that?
Raid.
We'll raid your chat. We're gonna raid in there. We're gonna raid. I mean, maybe we can share subscribers. It's a big game. It's a big club, and you ain't in it. So you go on their shows to share clout. Clout for what? Clout for what? People, I see people online all out there saying, like, for instance, these people at the Portland ice facility are patriots. What makes them patriots? It's the same question I asked about this video. I saw someone just post the other day. It's an old video from a couple years back, and the caption, let me read the caption here. When a group of American patriots completely crushed Antifa. Here we go. Patriots in action.
Fuck Antifa! Fuck
Yeah.
Antifa! Fuck
I agree.
Antifa!
That seems so patriotic. Look at all the patriotism.
Where's the Antifa doing?
Oh man, they're dishing out some real patriotism there. Look at all that patriotism. Man, I'm so happy for my country. Man, I just want to sing the national anthem. It makes me so patriotic. Look at them go, share all that patriotism. What makes that patriotic? Oh,
The music, I think.
Trust me, bro.
the music. Yeah, probably. But what makes that? Why would people look at that and go, "That's patriotic"? There's nothing patriotic about that. These are a bunch of clowns. clowns. Those are clowns, and they were clowns on the other side, and they go out there and they clash, and then some other clowns that are holding little tripods and little cameras, they go out there and they record that, and they set it to some cool music, and then they can make money off it for years to come. That's beautiful. Works out for everybody. Oh, wait. That didn't really work out for the American people. That's just kind of Coliseum type behavior. Doesn't really fit. So what makes those people patriots?
Now, if there was chaos, I don't know what was going on the other side of the camera. If there was chaos going on and they were destroying something or they were beating somebody up or something like that, then I could see that making them patriots because they're standing up for people. But since I don't know what's going on, I don't know. I'm just saying.
I'm putting up there's a new feature. Let's see. I've never seen it before. Start and show. Let's see, a new poll. Oh, okay, so it pops up right there. Is violence patriotic? I don't know how you answer if you can. I have no idea. We're just shooting from the hip here, guys. I don't really know what's going on anymore, okay? Just so you know. So the people in the movement call those people I call them clowns. The people in the movement call those people patriots. I'm just going to pull that down because it's kind of annoying. Huh? Speaking to the microphone, sweetheart.
I was going to say that I don't see it popping up.
Okay. So maybe it doesn't
So
work
I'm
all
not
that
sure
great.
if it's...
Yeah, it was on the screen on my end, but I took it down. It's kind of annoying. We'll have to figure it out later. It was like some new feature. Some new awesome feature. So we have people out there calling those people in Portland patriots and calling these clowns patriots. We got people in the movement who support leadership that has turned state's evidence and went full rat. How can we support people like that to be in the leadership positions? People support leaders who offer nothing but violence and ego because it sells. They receive respect when they should be totally shunned because it sells. We've got sexual predators, felons, and worse being propped up as people to be listened to. Just because someone has a voice doesn't mean it's worth listening to. We need reluctant leaders. That's hard hair. We need reluctant leaders. People who would sacrifice and do it for the right reasons, for a faith, for family, not you, faith, for other faith, family, and country. I always get confused there. People like me. Huh. Anyone looking, hit me up. I have a great resume. We don't need these egotistical clown shows who offer nothing to the movement except for bad press. We get carried away watching it. Yeah, everybody, I want to see Antifa dudes get punched in the face. Yeah, I want to see that too. But not badly enough to be like, yeah, they're patriots for attacking those people. Yeah, yay. I remember when I really got involved. I've always been interested in followed politics, pretty much as long as I can remember. But I was never involved. But that changed in the months following the 2020 fraudulent. Hear that? YouTube. Fraudulent 2020 election. They're gonna get me now, but I don't know if you're allowed to say that or you're not.
We're going dark. I think now it's okay, but back then it was not.
Oh, okay, good.
But I don't know.
So there shouldn't be. All right, we're back. I talked to YouTube. We got it straightened out. All the way up to January 6, 2021, where I sat and watched what happened on live TV and live streams. My family watched. Even my kids could see what was going on. That it was a setup. Oh man, YouTube's gonna get me today. I'm gonna be in trouble. I got up that day and I was just didn't know what to do. I was gonna go to the J6 thing, decided not to last minute. Didn't want to take my work vehicle there full of all my tools and stuff for my business, so I decided not to go. I'm cowardly. Anyway, I couldn't do much to my home, so I created MagAmericans.com that day. I was trying to use it as a place to find truth and debunk like liberal narratives and kind of just give us another voice out there to speak on the conservative mission and the policies and that kind of stuff. After that, I got into live streaming and podcasting. I would soon figure out that social media spaces are all just controlled by controlled echo chambers to which we are often assigned. On July 4th, 2022, right? 22? Is it 22?
Yes,
Yeah,
22.
Oh, I got a super chat. Check that out real quick. Let me bring this up. There's a video here. I believe this is from I don't know her name. I don't know if it's even her channel or not, but it's a video. I think it's Corinne. Everybody's favorite. Anyway, Corinne was recording after we were coming back from the stop in the traffic in DC on July 4th. I'm gonna play this a little bit here. There's a state trooper of all that support we got from the police. Huh?
So
Oh, no,
this
wait.
is
They
the
were there. Never mind.
1776 Restoration Movement. They are on the 270 North, going back to West Virginia. They have state troopers following them. They just did a 30-minute protest on the 270 South. No one got arrested.
Woo! Yeah.
It is close to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, just outside Washington, D.C. The 1776 Restoration Movement, led by the Convoy Santa.
Here's a big deal. Duck conflict. Big deal. You get duh in your name and you're a big deal. Looking forward to the day where I can be the mag. Anyway, this is the people coming back. Guess what?
Yeah, I want to preface this real quick. I don't know if any of you are new here, if you're not, whatever. But back in 2022, there was a group of people who felt like they needed to do something, didn't know what they were going to do, but they wanted to do something. And here we have it.
Close to 50 cars and trucks in this particular convoy.
4 highways.
At the very front is the Convoy Santa.
Get back to that. Oh, I know that van. That's the cage. That's the cage. That's my van. Look at that.
There he is.
There's Santa, Convoy Santa. Where were we coming back from? Oh, no, not that. We don't want to watch that. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Jeez, oh man. Hitting all the wrong buttons and everything. You get that one off there. Go ahead.
Bob. My gosh, Bob. Okay, I'll address you.
Oh,
You didn't say that women shouldn't be able to vote. We've been over this in the past.
who said that?
Apparently you did.
I said women shouldn't be allowed to vote.
Yes, he's asked 3 times now. Do you agree with Chuck that you shouldn't be able to vote? No, I don't agree with Chuck that I shouldn't be able to vote. There we go. But that's not what he said in that stream that you've been bringing up every time you come in here. Anyways, back in 2022, after all this went on, and we have a story behind ourselves as well. But anyways, we found some people that were going to go into DC and basically make themselves seen.
Take
and
it over,
say-
right?
And say, hey,
No.
this is a problem. And this was the group. Go ahead. Carry on. Sorry.
Unbelievable. My mojo's all messed up. Look at that. Look at that van. This is July 4th. We went on 270 and 4, I think, was it 4? 3. 4 different places and stopped traffic. That would be my beautiful cage, the van called the Cage there in the front with the Army flag and the Christian flag and police flag and the American flag, all good flags.
So there was 4 highways. They quote unquote blocked traffic, but they did leave a lane open on either side of them. They didn't block the entire lane, and the idea was to get attention before they went into DC.
This is another one of the protests that had Big D and some other people in it. They weren't supposed to be out walking on the road, but we'll get carried away sometimes, right? Your mom and pop on the left there. But this is us standing up, trying to take a stand, trying to get a little bit of attention. At work.
I think it worked. They knew you guys were there at 6 a.m.
Yeah, it's true. The next area, I'll have a penguin on there. We left a lane open on the left. You can see we left a lane open on the left, on my left, the white van's left, and the shoulders open on the right side. So we didn't 100% stop traffic because we didn't like doing it either. We when we were out there, it was like we were cringing. We didn't like doing it. But it did its job, I guess. There's Hal. Kentucky.
They stopped for less than 30 minutes. As long as you do it under 30 minutes.
That was 30 minutes.
Yeah. Then it's considered peaceful. What is it considered? Peaceful protest? Anyways, the idea was to get attention of people and saying, hey, we're here. We have a problem with what's going on. Wake up. Basically.
It's a brave man back there splitting traffic.
Well, there's somebody we know.
There you go. That was a good day. There's a police officer. You'll see as he arrives, he's walking up from the back. This is a Maryland state trooper, I believe. Walking up from the back of the group, smiling and waving at people. Giving everybody, hey, just waving at everybody. Hey, thanks for your service. I appreciate it. Everything was great. And he came up, he talked to Santa at the main thing and basically was like, hey, I need you to leave. He gave us the time we needed and then we left. And that was it.
Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. I'm going to interrupt.
Okay.
I got 2 comments. Stopping traffic is what wokes do. That's lame. Nothing like inciting road rage to get attention. I see both of your comments. And while I agree with you, I also, because I was, I guess, behind the scenes here, the point here was, hey, because at the time, for instance, the American flag was shameful to people.
Yeah, it made you racist or something.
Yeah, they were, oh my gosh, the American flag. And we were trying to say, hey, well, they were trying to say, I was in the back scenes at home with my kids while they were doing this. But they were trying to say, hey, everybody, the American flag is okay to wave. It's okay that we're here. We want to be heard. So for, like I said, 28 minutes, they held they stopped traffic on 4 highways going into DC. Not completely. They still left the sides open so people could still pass. They slowed traffic, I guess is my point. And the point is, I say we. I feel like I was part of it, even though I was not physically there at the time. But we all felt like there was something we needed to do about what was going on. Just like now people think there's something that needs to be done. And I totally get that. Whatever, I support that. You have your feelings and so do we. I don't think that it was, I know that it wasn't done to cause road rage to get attention necessarily. It was more, I mean, it may have been road rage, but that was because the people who were waiting didn't want to wait and that was their road rage. But
most of the people that drove by me were support. It was probably about 70% of the people that drove past us. I was sitting on that very left side, so I got front row ticket to the people passing us. Most of those people were fine with it. They were thumbs up. They were waving. If they had a flag or something like that, they'd be waving it.
Right. And
most of them were for us.
They didn't, well, as you can see, some of them were kind of out of their vehicles, but they weren't blocking traffic in the middle of the road, as you see some protesters doing now where you can't get by at all. And again, it was the less than the 30 minutes. I'm sorry, go ahead. I don't know if you're about to show, but the state trooper comes up and talks to the man who kind of was leading all of us.
Yeah, I didn't get that clip. Essentially, it was just him talking to him next to my van there, and basically said, hey, how you guys got to go? And Santa told him basically, we got, I think it was 16 minutes left, and then we're out of here. And so the police officer walked nice and slowly back to his vehicle, and about 16 minutes later, he appeared back to where we were at, gave him his license back, and we got on our way and went home. And you saw the video of us already driving it home. A few days later, we went into DC and took DC. This is Penguin 6, covering the 1776 Restoration Movement, back when we first got there.
Hey guys, good morning, and it's an early morning. It's like 6:20.
On a side note, Penguin 6 is the guy that does a lot of coverage in the DC area.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
the message board, the chat group for journalists in Washington D.C. just blew up this morning because the 1776 Restoration Movement, the truckers convoy, snuck into the city last night and is currently parked down on the National Mall. Intentions unknown. So, let's go see. So, I'm not entirely sure where they are. Someone said they're down here on Jefferson or Madison being the drive on the other side.
Well, fast forward a little bit until he gets near us.
In front of it. Swing down this way.
Got some of them vehicles there.
I don't know. It's probably about 40 trucks, maybe.
I want to go back a little bit further when he was driving through in the very beginning, so you get everybody.
It's hard to find a parking space down here at this hour. These guys got here nice and early. They got all these spots.
In, nice and quiet. Like
they just finished their meeting and they're planning. Well, they said they're planning to stay here all day. So not like in a rush, but let's go down
and stay there all day.
A parking space somewhere down here. There's the actual trucks. And there's the fire truck. All right, let's try the next block. That's handicap. Yeah, there are a few spots, but they're all handicap, so can't really park there.
Here I am on the left side of the screen there. That's me walking with my little tripod on one of my very first days. I think that might have been my first day live streaming. Look at that, that cute. I was heading up to my van, taking a little nappy nap. Had been up all night.
I don't know. There's probably about 40 trucks, maybe 40 vehicles. And I was watching their YouTube live stream, and they said that they're going to be here for all night, basically.
Yeah.
Or 30 days.
Oh man, good for you, Bold. You're right on top of all the newest narratives.
Hey guys, from the National Gallery of Art, where I have found the protest, the 1776 Restoration Movement, aka Truckers Protest, is down here on the National Mall, and they have set up to basically protest all day long down here at the mall.
All month
long. These guys are
long.
painting manhole covers.
Month.
Don't know why. Anyway, let's wander around and see what we see.
I didn't watch this whole thing, so I just did the beginning of it.
Lots of flags. The big trucks are actually down in the next block, down by the modern.
We became very familiar with that stretch of road or
now
sidewalk
meeting,
right
they said
there.
they're going to be here all day long. So I think you can park here till 9. I think at nighttime, though, they do make you move. The police have started to gather nearby.
Beautiful cage right there.
So there's the big trucks down here by the Capitol building. Let's go see if we can wander around a bit.
Oh, looks like he talks to Santa.
So
I'm going to zoom ahead to that.
That's good. You want some coffee? I'm almost there.
Thank you, mate.
Have you seen anything like it?
We have several groups that are testing.
Those lawn chairs.
You guys stealing all the bandwidth. I mean, I don't know. I'm Penguin 6. How you doing? How you
Josh,
doing?
Oreo.
Hi, Josh. Hey, hi, Josh. I've seen you, Ori. Hi. Andrew.
Hello, how are you?
Andrew. No, stay down. Stay down. So they're all down here, guys.
Play that part. Oh well. It's a nice flashback, and then we're going to do this. This is when it wasn't supposed to be a whole retrospect of that one day. I'm going to get back into some other stuff here in a second. Yeah, I'm going to play this one last one here, and then we're going to get back to it. It's a nice little flashback here.
So cool.
Guys, images.
Fast if you're gonna come back this way because you messed up.
The shores of Tripoli.
This is like right before Santa got arrested.
They have it. They have it.
Battles in the air.
Land and sea. Fight for right and freedom.
These Marine recruits got ushered away shortly after that.
I don't know how to sing those without the words.
That's when they were like, "Hey, can you come here and talk to us for a second? Hey,
So-
just come here and talk to us for a second." Go ahead.
I was going to say, to remind you, this is, I would say shortly after J6, but it was a year after. They went into, they stopped traffic on the highway. The officer came, talked to Santa, the guy that you're looking at right there, bald guy with the beard.
Why they call him Santa? You think? I don't know.
Talked to him, said, "Hey, you can't keep doing it." And he said, "No, I understand. We have 20 minutes left." Or they had a timer set, yada yada. There was no citation given out. There was no ticket, no nothing. Just, hey, this is you gotta move on your way. And okay, here we go. So that was the Saturday, I believe. And this is taking place Monday morning, 6 a.m. Monday morning.
Yeah, this is January or July 6th. July 6th, not January. July 6th.
Without the words.
Well, I could bring
That's a cuffing them up. The cops, you could tell they're pretty nervous. There were some of us on their way over. I was still up the street. But there were some of us on their way over, and they were kind of rushing over. You could tell these police were worried that we were going to overreact and behave badly. We didn't. There was some vile language. Of course, people are a bit angry. But overall, what do you see?
There was something like 90 officers down there.
Oh, at least there was SWAT. There was armored vehicles. There's all kinds of stuff going on down there.
And at the time this was happening, you saw a couple seconds ago, Santa was sitting on a bench. Not with a gun, not with anything, just sitting on a bench. They came up, "Hey, can we talk to you?" No, Barbara's correcting me. July 4th was a Monday. You guys went in on a Wednesday.
Yeah, I have a right to be right here. Okay, you stay there. All right.
So paying the price right there. Paying the price for standing up. Right or wrong, he knew when he went in and did he knew when he went and did the traffic stop thing that it was, he was at risk. We all knew we were at risk. We all were willing to risk being arrested and going to sit in a jail cell and whatever else we might lose because of that. Because don't forget, there was J6 prisoners still sitting in prison or in jails, losing their constitutional rights in there just with no rights. This tyrannical government just kept them locked up. We didn't know it was going to happen to us.
David over here, he said it's okay for me to share his information with you. Obviously, there's probably concerns, but he's okay with that. He's being placed under arrest. He asked me to let you know because he has a warrant for his arrest out of the state of Maryland for obstructing the roadway. The Metropolitan Police Department was made aware of this arrest warrant. The Metropolitan Police, because he has a warrant for his arrest out of the state of Maryland.
A warrant for his arrest out of the state of Maryland for stopping the traffic there that we just stopped. But nothing happened that day. No citations were issued. Nothing was done that day. All of a sudden, we're in D.C. 2 days later, and now they're right on it. They were all over. We were only there for an hour, maybe, right? Maybe an hour, maybe a little longer.
Therefore, we have to take action and execute the warrant. So that's why we're here.
You're not even in Maryland. You're not even part of the state. You're here till you guys are a bunch of constitutional breaking cowards. We're here till he's gone.
At DC, it's the swamp.
Okay, so just so you understand how this works, since the warrant's inside the state of Maryland, he will have to be extradited.
don't get a ticket.
Okay, I can't.
That's not too far. That's 5 minutes down the road. Sorry.
You are a coward. You are a coward.
First Amendment is protected
If you would
speech.
like for whatever violations occurred in the state of Maryland on apparently July 4th or 5th, a warrant was issued by a
He
judge
said he didn't
in
even know
Maryland
the
for
day.
individual's arrest. Therefore, we were notified this warrant is extraditable. He is here. We are aware of it. Yeah, so that means we place him under arrest. He'll go in front of a judge here. He'll be extradited back to the state of Maryland to face those charges. Okay, so he will not be staying here in D.C. Eventually, he will go back to Maryland in front of a judge.
Eventually, you say eventually.
So he will be processed here today in the city. He will go see a judge here. Depending on how the process works, if he wishes to waive or not waive extradition, then he will go to Maryland and see a judge in Maryland. Okay, that's how the process works.
It's very nice.
There were so many cops out there that day. It was ridiculous. Oh, this is when they. I'm just gonna play it. This is when they were trying to take Santa's truck out of there because they arrested Santa and they needed his truck out of there. So now they have some cop in there trying to drive it.
Oh my gosh, that was insane. I remember watching all this live and I was like, oh my goodness, what is happening right now? Because this is a big rig. I don't think this officer had a CDL. That's all I'm going to say.
Right? I almost feel bad for the guy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I was like, oh my gosh.
What a joke, guys. What a joke. Stay back down the man.
Unbelievable. They ended up making him move the fire truck and getting rid of all the bigger trucks that we had down there too. And this is the lady that fell off the fire truck. They said originally it was because that the guy pulling Santa's truck out bumped the fire truck and knocked her off, but that ended up not really being the case. So, however, she did fall and get pretty hurt. I think there's actually a video of it later. Oh, there I am, right in the middle. Proof I was there. I told you. I swear I was there. She ended up having to get surgery for that that injury, and was like she was recovering for like a year. Oh, where'd he go? Remember that guy?
Why is that? Why do I write your ticket? I just warned you.
They were telling him he wasn't allowed to beep his horn. This turned into a whole reflection about we got some other stuff to get to, but
For honking my horn?
Yes.
No, you said the siren.
No, step out. Air horn, siren, everything. Step out.
You said the siren.
Step out.
it's interesting how many faces there aren't there anymore.
So this morning we were made aware that an individual within the group here had an arrest warrant issued in the state of Maryland by the Maryland State Police for his arrest for an incident that occurred out in the state of Maryland. Once we were notified of that, we came out. We observed the individual. We spoke with him, walked him away. He willingly came with us. He was placed under arrest for the arrest warrant that he had issued for him. So he'll be processed. He'll go through the judicial process, obviously, to be extradited back to Maryland to face the charges on him there. So right now, there were some other vehicles that were out here that are illegally parked. Those vehicles have since left. Obviously, we support the right of anyone to peacefully protest. We have to be
Obviously
not be in violation of the laws, so we can't allow someone out here that has an arrest warrant the commercial vehicles, they can park on private property or somewhere where it's legal to park at. The more willing to come back out here on foot and they can, protest. All those things are fine. This area is also coordinated with the United States Park Police. We have a major from the Park Police here. I know he's talking to some other folks about the parking regulations that they have here. So if there's anybody that needs further clarification about the parking regulations, they can help out with that as well.
Crazy times back then. Crazy times. So as I was saying before, I was going through and I started doing like the podcast thing, and I would soon figure out that social media spaces are all just controlled echo chambers to which we are often assigned, or assign ourselves. Really, that's what we've been trained to do. It seems like that's what most of the internet is anyway. Like in real life, people tend to hang out with the people that agree with them. The problem is now they seek out the news that fits their belief. Understand what I said there. For instance, if they're liberal, they watch MSNBC or CNN. If they're a progressive or radical lemming, then they're going to watch Mother Jones or Counterpunch. If they're far right, they look towards InfoWars and the Gateway Pundit, or like regular conservatives are still fooled by Fox News and Newsmax. It's much like people. I don't shut down a whole news organization just because they report, they might still report some things that are good. Just like I don't shut down a whole person or whatever, like, I don't know, whoever, Bongino, just because there's some things he did or said that I didn't like. There's other stuff he says that I do like. You can't just, it's not a binary thing. The point is that people no longer want news that informs without bias or spin. People actively search for confirmation bias. It makes them feel smart. It validates their brainwashing and keeps them firmly planted on the wrong side, keeping them herded just like sheep. Just like sheep. I was recently disturbed by how easily the tactics that typically work on the left are working right now on the right. The wedges that divide us are put there for a reason. I don't care about these fights, these podcast wars, streamer wars. I haven't heard that in a while. Streamer wars, all that other stuff. I don't care what Tucker has to say. I don't care what Nick Fuentes has to say. It is discouraging to see so many people taking the bait on these little feuds. If you pick a side, if you do what the left does and silence opposition, then you are a puppet. Nothing more than a puppet. And remember, they want us to fight each other. I don't care about all these feuds. I don't care about the Massey Bongino thing. I don't care about, you go on and on. I don't care. The only people those little feuds benefit is Massey and Bongino, or whoever you're talking about. They are dividing conservatives, and we are taking the bait. We are conforming to the groups that they give us. I just did a quick search earlier. I was like, all the Republican or the conservative groups is like, there's the pre-Trump GOP traditional conservatives. There's neoconservatives or never Trumpers. There's fiscal conservatives. There's social conservatives, religious right, flag and faith and flag conservatives, paleo conservatives, MAGA, NatCons, populist right, alt-left, alt-light, new right, groypers, white nationalists, Christian nationalists, Proud Boys, Oath Keepers, Boogaloo Boys, crunchy conservatives, whatever the heck that means. MAGA isolationists, anti-war factions, Mark Levin versus Megyn Kelly, Laura Loomer versus Elon Musk versus Steve Bannon versus Dinesh D'Souza versus Tucker Carlson, Fuentes versus Turning Point USA, Never Trump versus anti-Trump conservatives, national populists versus traditional establishment conservatives, Iran war critics and MAGA versus the administration's defenders, the Epstein files on both sides, Tucker versus Ben Shapiro, Roger Stone versus Laura Loomer, Candace Owen versus Ben Shapiro, Candace Owen versus Tim Pool, Candace Owens versus Mark Levin, Megyn Kelly versus Mark Levin, Tucker Carlson versus Laura Loomer, Steve Bannon versus Ben Shapiro versus Megyn Kelly, Tucker Carlson versus Nick Fuentes, defenders and critics, Candace Owens versus Turning Point, Tucker Carlson versus pro-Israel influencers, Megyn Kelly versus the Daily Wire, Nick Fuentes versus mainstream conservative influences, Milo versus Benny, Cat Turd versus rival MAGA accounts. Never really seems to end, does it? And who wins in all those little fights? Who wins? The morons that get their names in the headlines. That's who wins. That's it. It's I'm gonna play a couple more flashback videos here, but silly people, back to that Portland thing, friends, because it's a good example, these Portland ICE protesters and stuff at the ICE facilities. It's pretty clear that people are so overstimulated that they only have an eye for the viral fights or the dramatic arguments. Sex and violence always sold. That's not surprising. I'm not surprised. What does surprise me is the lack of interest in the sincere. If you offer anything besides sex and violence, expect no traction. People start these live streams and become completely different people when they're in front of the camera. I get it. It sells. I just wish it didn't. I wish people would ignore these podcast wars, streamer wars, grifter wars. It's all nonsense. None of them are doing any of this to help America. They aren't doing it to spread the gospel. They are doing it to grift money while pretending to be something that they are not. They are doing it to benefit themselves, to grow their brand. Just like politicians in DC and across all the country, they don't give a beep about you. They just want your money and your vote. I'm getting off topic again. I'm going to play this one video from Hal. Remember Hal? Good guy, seemed like a good guy. I don't know him personally. I'm not vouching for him. I can't defend every action he's ever made in his whole life. So just before we go that route. What, babe? What's so funny?
That group thing. I don't know. Like Bold just said, and I'm about to comment, but I'm just going to address Trump grifts Bibles and he's not a Christian. Wake up. And I'm just saying policies. Just look at the policies. That's all I'm looking at is the policies. No, there's some things that I don't like that he says on social media. There's some things that I don't like that he does. But when I looked at Kamala versus him, I was more him. That was my two choices. And now we have another couple of years, and now we have midterms coming up, and now we have to pay attention again and see what's going on and vote for who we think is correct. I personally don't think that not voting is the answer, but that's just me.
I'm fifth field going line, convoy.
I forgot where we were on the way to here. I think it was DC.
This was after, I think.
Up ahead of Santa, followed by Brian.
And Mags. Say it. Say it. That was when we were stopping the traffic. Okay. probably find that clip. That was a pretty funny clip.
It was silly, but it was so funny.
Oh, it was great. It was perfect. It showed how silly they were.
I do not know why I'm dead behind me. You guys need to be 5 and 10 miles out. Telling traffic behind is 5 to 10 miles.
Yeah.
Be slowing down. I don't know.
He was talking about because we had people in the back of the convoy that were supposed to stay back pretty far so they could like let people know, hey, traffic stopped up here, because we actually gave a crap about people that were out there with us. You know, the people on the road there. We actually cared about that stuff. It wasn't just stop traffic. Who cares if ambulances have to get through? Who cares about any of that stuff? I let people ask me about war strategy. I don't know. He didn't call me to ask me what I thought. This time, usually Trump does. You know, he usually calls and he says stuff like that. Yeah.
These people are crazy.
I have no idea. I can only tell you what I think. I'm not going to sit here and tell you what everyone else should think or whatever. I will say I've been discouraged. Part of the reason why I haven't been on now, on a side note, people will know I started a business, yada, yada, yada. So I've been very busy trying to do that, getting that off the ground. And it's been going well so far. But as far as the politics side of things, man, I'm tired. I'm fed up. I'm starting to doubt that people will ever even wake up. Seeing these people on the right just bend and welcome these wedges that they put in between us, feeling a little bit insignificant. I didn't make the impact that I thought we would with 1776 RM or other movements after that. Some part of me knows it's time to focus more on the things that I can change and less on what I cannot. Then you feel like you're actually doing something instead of spinning your wheels. It's time to leave the haters, abuse, and doxing behind and focus on my attention on where it is needed, where it will produce the best fruit. I have tried for 5 years now to make change in my own way. Trying to lighten people to the tactics that those on the left use to control people and to stay and control themselves. I was given. Yeah. I gave a lot of myself to this fight. My family was made to sacrifice while I pursued whatever the heck this was. What did it get me? In many ways, I'm worse off now than I was when I started this whole thing. But I made my choices. I thought they would yield better results, but usually we do when we make choices. Clearly, they did not. BOOHOO. It's easy to wallow in self-pity and victimhood. Boo, I tried. No one listened. Wah, wah, wah. However, I look back on all my experiences in this wild and crazy patriot movement with appreciation. I met a lot of people, good and bad. I did what apparently only a few of us could do. I made it through with my integrity and reputation intact. So many fell because of their own choices or past that they tried to hide. And adultery, drug use, sexual deviance, and heavy drinking, bad language. You cannot behave that way. Pardon me. You cannot behave that way or condone that behavior and call yourself a Christian group who wants to return to a moral society. You simply look like hypocrites. And that's one of the easiest ways to lose momentum, to lose power as a movement, is to look like hypocrites. You have to avoid that at all costs. That's easy to do. Just don't be a hypocrite. I fought to clean up the group and restore us to the mission, but no one wanted to hear it at the time. They all had their own plans. What did I learn through it all? So much. So much. I learned that you can have a patriotic, faith-centered group seeking America as a to restore America as a constitutional republic grounded in moral and biblical principles and still fail. I learned how important organization is for a group like this. So many of us were going in so many different directions that it made it hard to work together. You had people who wanted to get violent, people who couldn't control themselves under any pressure whatsoever. I don't blame a lot of these people. I mean, we were new to that stuff. I was new to it too. And we went to DC, the heart of the... Ugh. That's like the big leagues for protesting. We went right to the big leagues. I think we did pretty good. I don't mean to take away from some of the accomplishments that we had, but I did learn some other things. We had people in that moment that wanted the group to buy land and go live together in like a commune situation. Okay. Heard those ideas before. There's people that do that stuff. But the thing is, they ended up signing a lease. Yes, you heard me. A lease for some land, and then put a bunch of money and work into clearing that land. For who? I said they leased it. These were some of the people making choices like that. That group members were supposed to trust the people that were making choices like that. Heck, there was in leadership, there was board members actively trying to oust the founder and literally conspiring against him to steal the movement. I learned that you do not only need good people, but you need good leadership. That is really the most important part. You can go back and say, we had decent leadership, but we didn't. And I don't blame anybody for that. We were all new to this thing. All of us were new to it. People were doing what they thought was right. But that's where the organization, the lack of it, really kind of hurt us. A group must have a strong leader who has a vision. Someone who values their integrity and reputation, which he did, and who can motivate people to carry out the group's mission, not because they blindly follow. That's the other side. But because they know and understand the mission and their place in it. I learned that despicable people will try to leech off your success or try their best to stop you from having any. Lucky for us, most of the people who were protesting against us were mental cases. This made them appear more dangerous, but it also made them drastically less effective. And I learned how to deal with clowns like that out in the streets, face to face. Only one thing really ever works: ridicule. Again, I've said, I don't know how many times I said, they take themselves so seriously. I learned that people worthy of trust in these circles are few and far between, that people may claim one motivation while concealing another. I learned that to be a better judge of character and how to run a patriotic group. Selfish, or what is it? A shameless plug, right, babe? Shameless plug. Let me put it in. I'm going to put a shameless plug. You're going to hate it because it's just a blind link, babe. Just a blind link. In my book, Freedom Isn't Free, on Amazon, I go over it in pretty great detail, some of the experiences I had with 1776 RM and their meth head child molesting detractors. Yeah, I said it. I joined them with limited prior knowledge of the group I decided to join based on their peaceful approach, God-centered mission, and the sincerity, quite honestly, of the founder. In the book, I write about the daily life during the protest, the long nights on the mall, interactions among participants, and the realities behind the cameras. I answer the question of who was genuinely committed versus those with other motives and instances of apparent internal opposition or sabotage. This turned into an ad. So buy my book, dang it. Dang it. Right? Is that how you do that? You just order people to do it?
Just do it.
Just do it, cuz. Just do it, cuz. I don't know. Do it, cuz you're better than this person. Yes, I said it. You are better than this person.
It is Monday morning and you're still alive. Oh my God, what bullshit was that this weekend? What fucking bullshit was that this weekend? Pretending to go to the hospital, pretending. I mean, you gave us hope. Fuck. And it turns out you're still breathing. Fuck, man. Anyway, I made my video yesterday before I saw what you had said. We fucking hate you. We fucking hate you. We fucking hate you. So someone asked how many orange steaks I had. I used to have 5.
This is a
Now
real
I only have
person.
3. I wonder where they went. It is Monday morning and
Monday morning. And we started off like that. Way to go. Way to go. Oh, we got Christian. Oh, Christian over. Okay. I'm not seeing what's going on in the chat too much, but kind of interesting. I had some videos here about immigrants that I don't want to show you, but you know, we have to be able to have fun with it, guys. You have to be able to have fun. You have to be able to laugh.
But it's not just mockery of Islam. And no president should mock Islam. That's not your job. This is not a theocracy. We don't go to war with other theocracies to find out which theocracy is more. But it's not just mockery of.
Ugh. Good old Tucker.
Seems he's obsessed quite now.
Yeah, that's the truth. It does seem that way. There's a lot of people going off the rails. I have some stuff with Alex Jones in here. We'll play this.
How do we
We'll play this clip because it's making the rounds. I believe this guy on the right is one of his lawyers from the Sandy Hook disaster where he lost billions of dollars. He got a judgment against him for billions of dollars, I think it was. So that's a successful person as well.
Compared to existential threat. How do we 25th Amendment his ass?
The problem is to get the 25th Amendment is harder than impeachment. You have to get 2/3 of the House and 2/3 of the Senate.
So what do we do?
Tackle Trump and pretend, let him pretend he's president and publicly report that he's going through a health issue and Vance take over. It literally needs to be something like that. It's that bad.
I've known you a long time. You've never called for a internal coup before.
Ever. But that's how dangerous this is. That's how risky it is for the whole
world. Yeah, if I was the Democrats, I'd stop poking Trump and messing with him. That only makes it worse. Like, you guys need to watch out. This isn't a guy acting like he's crazy. This is real.
Well, what's there going to be to take over in 2026 or 2028 if this hits the fan? If we get it, he's threatening an extinction level event
InfoWars
for
and
the
the
people
Gateway
of Iran
Pundit.
tomorrow. Dude, does nobody think there'll be any blow?
Just ridiculous. Iran is now stronger than ever. Way to go, Trump. Wow. I don't even know what to say to that. You serious? You really believe that, man? Okay. They're stronger than ever, I guess. I guess. Crazy. It's all nuts out here, people. You got videos of a guy just taking his pants off on the subway. You got a video. There's just all kinds of disgusting, horrible things I don't feel like showing. Uh-oh, something just froze up. We froze up. I stumbled across this today, which is darn interesting. I'm going to play it while I refill my coffee real quick. This is in 1974. Robert Welsh, a founder of the John Birch Society, warned about the globalist plan to destroy America in a speech which has since proven to be remarkably accurate. 1974. This is only about 2 minutes.
A part of that plan, of course, is to induce the gradual surrender of American sovereignty, piece by piece and step by step, to various international organizations, of which the United Nations is the outstanding but far from the only example. Now, here are the aims for the United States. 1, greatly expanded government spending for every conceivable means of getting rid of ever larger sums of American money as wastefully as possible. 2, higher and then much higher taxes. 3, an increasingly unbalanced budget despite the higher taxes. 4, wild inflation of our currency. 5, government controls of prices, wages, and materials, supposedly to combat inflation. 6, greatly increased socialistic controls over every operation of our economy and every activity of our daily lives. This is to be accompanied naturally and automatically by a correspondingly huge increase in the size of our bureaucracy and in both the cost and reach of our domestic government. 7, far more centralization of power in Washington and the practical elimination of our state lines. There is a many-faceted drive at work to have our state lines eventually mean no more within the nation than our county lines do now within the states. 8, the steady advance of federal aid to and control over our educational system, leading to complete federalization of our public education. 9, a constant hammering into the American consciousness of the horror of modern warfare, the beauties and the absolute necessity of peace. Peace always on communist terms, of course. And 10, the consequent willingness of the American people to allow the steps of appeasement by our government, which amount to a piecemeal surrender of the rest of the free world and of the United States itself.
Go figure. It's almost like they knew. We give them the power. We don't stand up when the tyranny shows its face. Remember when tyranny showed its face? This lady didn't have a mask on at a outside track and field event.
I am.
People tend to forget what happened back then.
Yes, they do.
Or if they didn't have children in school, they don't know what happened back then.
People just stand around, all for a mask because they didn't wear a mask. Yeah. Whatever happened to her case? The guy sitting there with his arms crossed. I don't know. I don't know what you're supposed to do, but it was ridiculous.
I don't know. I don't think he can arrest her for not wearing a mask. This is not a
People stayed quiet though.
Call the cops, Raven. Call the cops? Yeah. Will you talk to them? I don't know if he's a real officer. It says police on the side and on his back. I don't mean anything. But he may be.
It's what messed up, man. They were over there by themselves and stuff.
Tase somebody over a mask. Tasing this lady over not wearing a damn mask.
Just amazing that it was a test. A lot of people say it was a test. There's another example here. I think this is in Australia. or no mask. It really is. It's weird he's not giving her any commands. It's almost creepy.
Yeah, but you're choking her. As a man on a girl, and you choke her. For what? For a mask? For not having a mask? Look how pathetic you are. She doesn't have a mask. Are you serious? Are you serious? Just for not having a mask? For no mask? Are you fucking serious?
Yep. Totally serious. The Bags is a little smart as I thought he was. I appreciate that compliment.
Bold in here all night.
I appreciate that compliment.
Hating on us both.
Biggest fan ever.
I don't see how you can see this stuff and think it's okay. Even if you support wearing masks, whatever. But that, like the woman on the bleachers, was outside, sitting over there. Doesn't affect you. She's not up in your face screaming, spitting on you, whatever. I can't understand how that was turned into what it was. That's insane.
Explain to me.
This guy just doesn't get it. This guy doesn't get it. Maybe we can help him.
Can someone explain to me how the hell can 9 million people, the biggest protest in American history, happen and our president is still our president? What the is going on?
So they thought just because they went out and protested that everything was going to change. I guess he thought as he went out there and held a sign that all kinds of things was going to change. I guess not, though. I guess not. I was thinking about updating my beard, babe. I don't know what you think about this. Tell me what you think about this. I was thinking maybe this would be good on me.
Guess what time it is? Dun, da, da, da. New beard time. So it's Pride Month.
Oh my goodness.
And I did it. I did the
gonna look good for
full
about a
rainbow
week.
this time, and eyebrows and all. It took quite a bit of effort, but I'm okay with it.
Took quite a bit of effort, but he's willing to make that sacrifice to save America from these Nazi fascist people in MAGA.
For him.
I kind of like my half and half better, but at the same time, it's something different, so I'll go for it. So what do y'all think? This is gonna be a short one. I know I'm covered in fur. I got to get ready for work and all that stuff. So, just let me know what you think.
What? What?
I think you're a goofball. That's what I think, but that's because I know. Sorry. I know that's going to fade out in about a week and it's going to look ridiculous in about a week, but that's just me. You do you. If you want to do that, that's fine.
These people are crazy.
So I don't hate the guy. I'm making fun of his beard because it looks absolutely ridiculous. But you can't make fun of the guy. So what? He's standing up for something he believes in. Good for him. We shouldn't villainize the guy for it. I mean, we can point at his silly beard and laugh at it because ridicule that deserves ridicule. And if you can't stand the ridicule, then you shouldn't do that kind of stuff. Whenever I was in high school, I had long hair and I dyed it one time with this manic panic stuff. We used to do it all the time. But the first time I did it, I dyed it in a color called dark tulip, which was essentially pink. Yeah, I said pink. And I got kicked out of school because it was distracting to the other students. Could you imagine that happening now on a side note? Could you? Why are you still repping? Thank you for the super chat. Why are you still repping the Constitution with the little cursive script in your background if you're still riding with Trump? Got to pick one, my dog. That's that binary thinking again. I don't think so. I disagree. That's the Constitution there too behind me. It's not just It's not just the background. I'm for reals. I'm for reals. So yeah, I don't hate the guy for that. You can't hate on him for that. You should be happy that he's out there doing what he wants to do. And he's not out there hurting anybody. He's just doing something like that. It's a big deal. Good for that guy, really. Personally, that's how I feel about it. Good for him. That's what we should be thinking. We shouldn't brutally make fun of this person for that. But we should definitely absolutely make fun of him because that's ridiculous. I mean, it's ridiculous, right? I think it's ridiculous. Speaking of ridiculous, there's so much ridiculousness out there. So much. So much. There was a rumor that Trump went to the hospital this week, and it was just they were saying, you know, they used old footage. Someone put some old footage of him visiting I forgot the name of the place, dang it. Walter Reed, I think, a couple years back, and they used that video to say that he was in the oh my gosh, in the hospital. And guess what? A bunch of people liked and watched the videos. That's the only thing that matters. Doesn't matter about accuracy. Only that.
Do you guys remember how I said everyone would be celebrating and on the streets that if that thing happened, it's happening.
Look at the eyes.
It's happening. He has been seen at Walter Reed
I'm saying this is
Hospital.
not normal.
No.
It's surrounded by police cars and nobody is allowed to go in the hospital. And Trump is being advised not to speak to the public.
Is that what's happening?
Do you guys remember how
It's
I
so
said everyone
sad.
would be
That's so, to
celebrating?
me, that's very sad. That look on her face, all happy and stuff, because she thinks that somebody might. I don't care who it is, because somebody might be dying. They get excited and happy and giddy and stuff. That's evil right there. But they're told that we're evil, so they think it's okay to act that way because they think we're evil. But that behavior is what is evil. This behavior is evil.
So here's a valid question. Can we just have this motherfucker assassinated and get it over with already?
Was there? I don't know. Maybe there was, and maybe I wasn't paying attention enough. But was that going on when Biden was in office?
No.
Because like to me, I used to see him, you know, stripping and tumbling and whatever. I never wished him dead. I wished him to be out of office because I didn't feel like he was capable of running our country. But I never wish that man dead. Even now,
No.
any one of them that I don't agree with, I don't wish any of them dead. I just cannot understand these people and how there's people in our chat, for instance, sticking up for that person. I just don't get it.
Like
Trump says he's glad people are dead. You suck and you're a hypocrite.
Okay. Trump said that means you're this. Yeah.
Am I Trump?
No logic? Where's the logic? Do you have any logic? You want to connect any of those things together? Or you just say things. Hey, remember this? Speaking of saying things, I know you'll remember this because I remember pointing this out to you when it happened.
You're absolutely right that John McCain has not talked about my Muslim faith, and you're absolutely right that has not
Christian
come my Christian faith. You're absolutely right that John McCain has not
That happens to me all the time.
talked about my Muslim faith, and you're absolutely right that has not
Christian
come
faith.
my Christian faith. You're absolutely.
I mean, they always have to tell me. I always mess up, and I always say my Muslim faith by accident when I'm speaking about my faith. Doesn't really matter, but it would have been nice to just, be honest. It would have been cool. There's so much. There's so much. And then you got Fetterman making sense again. Do you believe this?
I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, my God, you have many of my parties. They're proud to do events with like that Hassan Piker. This is the individual that just recently said that America deserved 9/11, and that they said that Hamas is 1,000% better than Israel, and he doesn't care about the rapes and cause Jews inbred and say these outlandish things. And then like people like the New York Times give these glowing kinds of profile. They don't mention any of that. I mean, he's become such a raging anti-Semite. Even the guy that has a Nazi tattoo bailed on doing an event with him. I mean, now Democrats have to decide whose side are you in. Are you proud to stand with that kinds of an individual, or stand with Israel? I mean, it's crazy.
It really is. It's crazy that you got this voice of reason out there trying to wake people up to it.
Mine.
It's just I don't know. On a lighter note, let's take a walk down memory lane back to 1972. You remember 1972, babe?
Nope, I wasn't here yet.
I thought you were like 45 in 1972.
Wrong.
Shut up.
Got real quiet over there now. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm glad we don't have any silly string. The Duke, the reluctant bunny, John Wayne.
Okay, now that's your cue, Duke. You say, my name is Billy Bunny, and I lost my eggs. Hop, hop.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
Certainly is. This is how bunnies hop.
Brian hops better. Look at this.
Up and down.
That's a frog. Confidentially, I can out hop him with one ear tied behind my back. I'm going to go to some bar and have a martini and a carrot.
Duke doesn't hop like a bunny. At his age, I'd be surprised if he does anything like a bunny.
I don't know. All them bunnies look alike to me.
I guess it could have been worse. They could have asked me to dress up like a liberal.
Okay, now that.
Ha ha. Oh. Let's see what's going on. Anything going on in the chat, Faith? Anything going on over there? No.
Not a whole lot, just a bunch of back and forth between people that want to be seen right this second.
Oh,
and
who
answer the
wants to be
question
seen
now.
right this? Who? Let's get them in here. Who wants to be seen right this second? What?
Let's see. Primal Screams just said, and YouTube blocked it. I'll just go ahead and read it. How does your wife feel about Rob Reiner's death and what her fat orange king said? Spare me your pearl clutching. Always victims.
I can.
It's insane because I don't know who you are, Primal
babe,
Screams.
Wait, you didn't do it right. You gotta read the last part again.
What's the what her fat orange king said? Spare me your pearl clutching. Always victims.
I think some of these people are new here, and that's okay.
Yeah,
Welcome
yeah.
in.
Yeah, absolutely.
We don't idolize Trump, the orange man. I personally support most of his policies, most of them, not all of them. And I'm sure that you didn't support, or maybe you did. I don't know. And if you did, then you're, dare I say, a moron. I don't think that you supported every single thing that every president that you voted for has done also. I don't know. Maybe you did. I don't know. I don't support just everything that one person does. I do support most of his policies. So therefore, overall, I support him. I don't really like war. I don't like any wars. But I also realize that some of them need to happen for things to happen. So there's that. I didn't decide to start the war. I can't end the war. I'm just over here living my life, raising my family, and doing what I can do. And that's what I do. So there we go.
Oh. AI is fun. Dang it. No one laughed. Oh, well. What's up with that? How about bread, babe? Have you heard this? I also play this thing about bread. Just so you know.
These are what's considered bread in America, and today we're going to make it from scratch at home. First, we're going to need glyphosate, a synthetic herbicide we're going to spray on the wheat to help it dry faster and make it easier to harvest. Grind it up and add synthetic vitamins because the real ones are gone. And of course, we got to get the color right, so we're going to suit up and blast it with chlorine gas to make it nice and white. And when you see rich wheat flour on the label, this is basically what it is. Now, to make it into bread, we're going to take this yoga mat, mix it with toluene or petroleum-derived solvent to isolate the azodicarbonamide, a dough conditioner that's going to help make it nice and fluffy. Now for our other ingredients: high fructose corn syrup, soybean oil, monoamdiglyceride, calcium peroxide, calcium propionate, and potassium bromate, even though it's banned in Europe, Canada, even China because it's linked to cancer, but we're only going to add a little bit, so it should be fine. Add a splash of water, mix, shake, bake, and that's basically your made in the USA bread. Send this to a friend who still thinks bread is just flour and water, and let me know, would you eat this crap?
Gotta love it. All these delicious things they put in our food now. I really enjoy it. We have the best troops in the world.
Hey, someone said you needed a friend today. All right, someone said that you were down, but you were not out. Someone said that I needed to come and speak to you and tell you that you're still in the fight and there's a battle. I'm supposed to come and help you fight, so I wanted to tell you to get up. I want to tell you to stand. Come on, put your gear on. We still have a fight to win. I want to tell you that you're in a battle for your life right now, and I want to tell you I got your back. I have your six, and as long as I'm here, you're not fighting alone. I want you to tell you, come on, walk with me. Even if you got to lean on my shoulder, I'll tell you, I got you. I want you to keep firing your weapon. I want you to keep shooting, and I want you to stay in the fight because I need you, and I won't leave you. I'm gonna be by your side the whole time. I'm gonna be fighting. I'm gonna be throwing lead for you. I'm gonna be fighting with you. I'm gonna be there the whole time, and I ask that you just stay with me. So get up, and let's go.
Woo! I love that. I love that. Stay in the fight. Stay in the fight. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. It's rough. It's rough. No one likes war, especially those who know what it is. But it's important that we stay in the fight. Even when we get discouraged, even when we feel like our voices don't matter, no one hears us, no one's listening, we're lost in the algorithm, yada, 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 yada. It's important that we stay in the fight because what's the number one thing that the opposition, the anti-American people and yada, yada want is us to drop out of the fight. They make it as draining as possible, and it is extremely draining. I love this stuff, and I am drained. Mostly discouraged by the behavior of the people on the right. I expect bad behavior from the people on the left. I expect it. And they never let me down. But we have to stay in the fight. You have to keep going. That's all there is to it. If we give up, I'm not going to go back and stick my head back in the sand. How can anybody do that after you know what's going on out here? How can you? I can't. I won't. I have children that I have to hand this country over to one day. I don't want to be like, oh man, God, so here's America. I'm really sorry what we did to it. It's sorry about that. I don't want to apologize. I want to hand them a country that's better than the one that I got. That's what they deserve. I see a lot of these people out here now. This is the new narrative. The new narrative out there is this whole Gen X poor Gen, not Gen X, because Gen X doesn't complain and whine like babies. I'm sorry. Gen Z. I'm gonna play one of these, but this is the new narrative. Oh, I gotta play that too. Dang it. This is the whole new narrative. They attach these ridiculous videos to it, and they say boomers are the first generation to enter adulthood richer than their parents and leave their children poorer than themselves. In human history, that's never happened before. They didn't build the American dream. They borrowed against it. Gen Z is paying the price. This is the video they give you. There's a couple of these out there, and they're all these like kind of dramatic looking videos. Just lost. It's all the boomers' fault. It's all the old people's fault. It doesn't belong to any of them. No problem at all. But then you have people like this woman out there who I'm only playing because it's a remarkable thing how she says this so fast. MMIWG2SLGBTQQIA plus. It's really a talent.
I was shocked to find out that
This is in
Prime
Canada.
Minister Carney is cutting $7 billion between Indigenous Services Canada and Crown Indigenous Relations. They provided $0 to deal with the ongoing genocide of MMIWG2SLGBTQQIA+.
Wow.
This is abhorrent. This is callous. This is callous because the very Liberal government that has stripped organizations of life-sustaining funding has now committed $13 billion. $13 billion on military spending. Who is paying for it?
Wow. That was all it was. The MMIWG2SLGBTQQIA plus community. What the hell is that? Oh, it's just crazy. We need to be uplifted.
Beware.
Yeah, this is a good message too that I heard.
Beware of what you become in pursuit of what you want. Some things I went for in the very beginning cost me too much.
Yep.
I got so obsessed with some things that I found out later the price was too big to pay. If I would have known better, I never would have paid. So don't become so obsessed with something that you lose your sense of reason or it costs you your friends. Don't be so obsessed with something that you compromise your virtues and your values. All of our lives, we have to deal with behold and beware. Someone says, well, if you had a fortune in your hand, why would you be unhappy? And here's the key. He was not unhappy with the money. He was unhappy with himself. Don't sell out. It's not worth it.
There's so much. So yeah, I'm discouraged.
Honest with you.
I'm sorry, I was just scrolling and saw this.
Here's the thing. Fine. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded. Here's the thing. Fine. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Anyway, man, tomorrow's Friday. It's finally here. Yay! Yay! Right, babe? Yay! Yay, babe!
Yay!
You're supposed to be excited and happy about it.
I am excited. It's supposed to be a beautiful day tomorrow. Got some stuff to do. We got some football going on. It is going to be a good day.
It is. It is. That's right. Football going on Saturday. I forgot. I'll still have time for my show early in the morning because we'll be here at 6 a.m. Saturday morning because I'm the only one crazy enough to do that. Sometimes it's interesting. The chat gets pretty interesting. Sometimes we're lucky enough that we catch some of the people that are like up in California from the night before that are still like, coming down and miserable or mad or whatever it is. And they get there in the chat and it's just remarkable. We'll just say that. Well, it's remarkable. Hey, you didn't answer questions, babe. You didn't
I
answer
know.
questions.
I told him I wasn't answering because I didn't want to. And sometimes he can be gross when he talked about somebody's panties. So I'm not going to address him now either.
Wow.
Friday is an important day for working people. Not sure about the chronically unemployed like Meg.
Meatwad, you've been around for so long. Just hit that thumbs up while you're here.
Thanks for hating for so long.
That's great.
I am technically, you're right. I am technically, I don't know if you say technically unemployed, but see, the thing is that when I'm unemployed, I get up off my ass and I create a business. So no, I guess I'm not someone's employee because I am CEO of 2 LLCs. That sounds pretty impressive when you just say it like that, man. Don't say anything else to take away some of my clout.
I think they would prefer you sit online and go, wah, can you donate to me? Wah.
Money's tight, guys. It costs money to run things, and I'm out here. I'm fighting for you. I'm here for you and your kids. That's all I care about is the children. And I need to protect them. So I need you to give me your money. Because if you don't give me your money, then none of this is worth it, is it? Right? Right? That's how it works.
That's what they say.
Okay. So give me your money and maybe we'll spin a wheel, or maybe we'll take donations for donation's sake. We can go out there and be provocative just to be provocative if you want. That helps a lot of people out there, being provocative just to be provocative. So don't forget, links are in the description, people. Links are in the description. I am on a live stream. That means I deserve your money. Right? Isn't that how it works? I'm giving you my time here, people. Look at me. It's so hard to do this. I sacrifice everything. I need
Really, we're just
clout and donations. No, I need clout and donations. I need money. Everybody has to super chat $100 if you want to be here anymore. $100. Anything less and you will be publicly shamed.
Lone Wolf sent you a 199 super chat. That one got me in the feels. Hey guys, we do this for fun. It's great when you become a member, or you hit the thumbs up, or you share it, or whatever. But it's really, we're just here for fun.
Yes.
Because you have to laugh at this world because it's a dumpster fire if you don't.
It is.
And as you can see in some of the comments, some people really feel this dumpster fire. Man, for all of you, please just take a break from social media, take a break from the news, whatever you need to do to remember life is just real life. And that, I don't know. I cannot get involved in the constant, every single news story, every single blah, 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 blah.
It's meant to tire you out. It's meant to keep you uninvolved because there's too much. No one can track it all. So they want to overwhelm you and make you feel like you're pointless and you have nothing you do is working and it's not helping anything and you're wasting your time. We're not wasting our time. We're building something.
So, Bold, I'm sorry. I'm going to address you for one last time. Yes, it's a dumpster fire. Trump is leading it. Okay, well, it was the dumpster fire when Biden was leading it too. And again, we were over here just kind of making jokes, kind of making fun of it, because what can we do besides pay attention and vote? There's no point in completely just absorbing your life in all of this stuff. It's like you said earlier, the left and the right, they're both, yeah. But you don't watch us in that aspect. You watch us in, we're MAGA, blah, 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 blah. But we kind of agree. But you don't see that part because you're not looking for it.
Buy my book.
Buy the book. It's actually pretty interesting.
Buy the book.
Now it was our first book, so there's some typos in it.
No, there aren't.
There's a couple.
Look at that. Look at that guy. He looks so serious back there. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, you got to get one of these. It's really the second greatest book ever written. That's what I've been told. I didn't read it, so I don't know. Smile at a stranger, right, Faith?
Right. Smile at a stranger. Hold the door open for somebody.
Bless
Remember
somebody.
that we're not enemies.
Yeah, bless somebody. Bless somebody. Pray for your enemies, guys. We need it. They need it. It helps you just as much as it does them, if not more. It lifts you of that burden that you carry around that poisons your heart. And remember, stay in the fight. Stay in the fight. If we don't, we're not gonna. That's the only way we know we're gonna lose, right? If we don't stay in the fight. Friday, I hope it's the best one you've ever had in your whole entire life. Even you haters out there, have a great day. Get out there, get some real hating practice in, and then we'll see you Saturday morning. I want you to bring your A game. I got a feeling you won't, but I want you to bring your A game. We'll see you when we see you.